Welcome back to part 2 of Reaper X Listener. So, what's it gonna be, human? Are you gonna accept my offer? Or are you gonna stay here and suffer? Sorry for the background. I I accept. I don't have a choice. I don't want to suffer anymore. If anyone can stop my suffering, it's you, Reaper. Then shake my hand. Your first thoughts was touching death. Maybe that will work. But you've already touched him, and it hasn't. Is he taking you somewhere again? So you walked closer to him, and you grabbed his skeleton hand. It was cold and rough. And that's all you remember before blacking out. Before you fully lost consciousness, you saw the white room disappear. And you're happy. Maybe you're free. Unfortunately, though, you woke up. Fuck. Why can't I just stay dead? Why does life hate me? Actually, life loves you. She would never hate a life form. I don't think she has it in her to do so. Reaper. So, we're gonna get started on you giving me life, apparently, or making me feel like I wanna live. We'll start some other time. I'm too lazy for that right now. And I'm on break. And I'm not gonna waste my break on a person who makes me have to do my job. Anywho, you don't kill yourself, and this is my house. Welcome. Wanna watch a movie? A movie? You hadn't seen a movie in a very long time. Or even heard of such words. A movie. That's a show. Or something. Pictures moving on the screen. Was it fun to do that? To watch that? It's been so long. So, you gonna do it? Or am I gonna watch it alone? I have popcorn. Sure. You were currently sitting on a mattress. One that was kind of fluffy and comfortable, compared to the floor that you were sat on in your old cell of confinement. You were in a room. The mattress was on the ground with no bed. The walls, they were painted white and yellow, and it looked pretty cool. There was a window and a sky outside that, had a nice sun that was reflecting light inside. It complemented the room. You were covered in some nice fluffy sheets. There was a bedside table next to you. It had a picture on it that you looked at. It had another tall skeleton in a cape, just like Reaper's. That's my brother, Papyrus. He's also a Reaper like me. but his job is to take care of them before I take them away to go to the afterlife. You see, he takes care of the lost souls, the souls that get lost trying to find their way to the afterlife. He has to find them and comfort them and convince them to follow him. You see, a lot of them suffer like you. If you didn't have this ability, I'm pretty sure you would end up being a lost soul as well. The only downfall to lost souls is that they end up turning negative, and because of that, we end up getting demons. You would become a lost soul, and if not taken care of fast enough, you would have turned into a demon or a shadow of what you used to be. Something negative. I failed to reap you, but with reason. Anyways, popcorn? Okay. Hey, lighten up, bucko. I'm just kidding. You'll be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. You'll have that life in you in no time. Sans had pretty much just left the room, leaving you behind to admire your surroundings. You got up feeling shaky, but you shaked it off. Your clothes, they were different. It wasn't some kind of taped jacket. It was now a lovely cute dress with some tights and cute shoes. Your hair was also tied back. You walked to the window and saw beautiful surroundings. Fields and fields of flowers, and it was so beautiful. And the fresh air, you could smell grass and trees and nature, and it was also nostalgic. You can't remember the last time you smelled something so beautiful. You lived in an area where it smelled like petrol and gas, cigarette smoke and shame. So smelling stuff like this was rare. You heard Sans call your name, so you decided to leave, admiring your surroundings to the house that you were in. The hallways were painted blue and white. More pictures of Papyrus and Reaper. You walked downstairs, ignoring the rest of the rooms, as your only focus was popcorn and a movie, and you sat down on the couch, and you saw a TV. Alright, bud. We're gonna watch a horror movie. You into horrors? Actually, wait, is that good enough for you? I mean, trying to make you feel positive and you're gonna watch some gory stuff. How about we watch some cheesy, funny romance stuff or a comedy? Put some laugh into your bones, I guess. Give you a funny bone? Yeah? You didn't really change your expression, and you looked at him with just a lifeless expression. You resembled a porcelain doll. Just no expression. You were numb. Reaper just shrugged you off and put on the comedy. The popcorn was already in a bowl, and he had gave it you, and they watched. An hour into the comedy, and Sans was laughing here and there. Eventually he was drifting off to sleep, and you were trying to focus on the comedy, occasionally laughing here and there, 'cause it was funny. It was very cheesy though, and you cringed here and there, and you had noticed snoring, and saw that Reaper was now, sleeping. That was until the door slammed open, only alerting you, not Reaper. Sans! Sans! I'm back from work! Oh. Who may you be? Human? No. Lost soul? I can't sense your aura, so it's
confusing. What are you doing here, mortal?
According to Reaper, I'm supposed to be learning how to live again. And who's Sans? If you don't mind me asking, Papyrus.
Oh, you know my name.
Well, it's hard not to know when your brother's, rambling about you. And your pictures are all over the walls.
Of course, tiny human. And Sans is, well, Reaper. We call Reaper Sans. That's his nickname. I don't get why, because Reaper is just a title of our jobs and what we are. Because we're just guardians, you know? But, it stuck. Are you hungry? Have you eaten? Do you eat, by any chance? I made some spaghetti and I can't wait to serve it to Sans. I think that this batch is going to be the next best.
Okay, I do eat, and sure, I haven't had spaghetti in a long time. So Papyrus was happily marching to the kitchen. After a while, you heard some clickering and clackering of pans and pots and stuff like that, and then he came out with 3 plates. Right as he placed it, Reaper woke up. Oh, hey, Babs.
Sans, you lazy bones. Lazying around when you should be doing your job. I had a notification from Life telling me that you're going to be staying off for a while. Something about helping a mortal. So I decided to come home early to see if I could contact you. And lucky for me, you're here with the mortal. Or should I say, lost soul?
Not quite right, Paps. Let's say immortal.
What? What do you mean immortal? That's not happened in 1, 2, 3, 4... a millennia. This has never happened before, Sans. Watch what happens when the uppers learn about this. What if Undyne learns about this?
Why are we whispering?
Well, you see, tiny human, the uppers are, well, it's a court with a bunch of higher, gods, and they're very powerful and stuff. And, they monitor the balance on humans and earth and heaven and hell and purgatory and everything like that. You understand? Yes?
Kinda.
And, well, you see, mistakes like this can't happen. Because giving humans powers equals to demigods, and demigods equals to more demigods, and it could just lead to a bunch of jumble. And that would mess up the balance because, it's just humans that's supposed to live, not demigods. Demigods are created, but then it's just a whole jumby. You get me in?
Jummy. This is really good, Paps. You're getting better at your spaghetti.
Yeah, thank you, brother. You should eat your spaghetti, human, before it gets cold.
Oh, sorry. So I'm kind of like a mistake in the balance?
Well, yes, to be honest. You're not supposed to exist. I don't think you're supposed to be born at all. I'm surprised the upper gods have not managed to notice this. And I sense that life has been playing around again.
Who knows? Life is a strange thing,
Well, only you would know. You talk to her. Is she still alive? Hidden?
Of course she's still alive, Paps. Why wouldn't she be? If she was not alive, then, the balance would definitely be thrown off.
Yeah. Well, anyways, spaghetti was great. You two wash up after yourself. I have to get back to work. Work is never done with a reaper. See you, brother. See you, tiny human. Yeah, I hope you feel better.
He storms off. He's great, isn't he? My brother is the best brother ever. And he's very serious about his job. I forgot to tell him not to tell the upper gods. I hope he does not. Me too. If the gods come after me, then something worse than what I could do to you might happen. You see, Paps was onto something when he said you're not supposed to exist. It feels great, though, being told that I'm not supposed to exist. I always felt like a mistake, but being told I'm a literal mistake in both the universe and heaven and hell and everything, it makes things better, you know, Sans? That's a nice name. I've never heard anyone called Sans before. I've never heard anyone called Ryan before. Huh. So you can laugh. Whatever. What will happen to me if the uppers find out about my existence? If the uppers find out about your existence, then you won't be able to go to the afterlife or rest in peace. You'll cease to exist from time itself. For the guy that speaks in hands has a capability of doing so. The guy who speaks in hands? The god of creation. Isn't that life? Life is a god Life is a god of creation, yes. But she creates life. There's also a higher up called the god of creation. He creates gods and life and millions of other things. It's super complicated. He creates universes and a bunch of other jubbly stuff. It's too complex for your mind. Okay. And he's kinda, well, my dad. Your dad's the god of creation. You know what? I'm not even shocked. I mean, you're literally the god of death. You laugh a lot more than I ever really noticed. I guess that's a head start. I guess so. The spaghetti's nice. It's a proper meal. Right, let's finish this movie and then we can start on tomorrow. We'll start tomorrow. I'll take you back to Earth. And once I take you back to Earth, I'll show you that life isn't as bad as it seems. It only seems so bad because that's all you've been shown and taught and brought up to see. But life is way more than just negativity. And that's coming from the god of death himself. Thanks for trying. No prob. But you're the one that needs to try. You need to open up your eyes. Speaking of eyes, I'm gonna shut mine. You sleep a lot. Well, I work a lot, so I don't get a lot of sleep. Or breaks, or rest, so I'm gonna shut my eyes. You're a skeleton. You don't have any eyes. You don't know that. Can I go outside? Do what you want. He then fell asleep. Whatever, skeleton. You got up and you walked to the door. It had a strange dial on it. You twisted the dial to a sunshine, because it had weird symbols on it. A sunshine, a moon, a weird sad face, and then a fire symbol. You turned it to the sunshine symbol and opened the door to see that it was the surroundings that you saw upstairs outside. You don't see the point of the stupid dial. But you continued outside and you sat on the grass that was right on the porch, well, the outside garden, and just inhaled all of the surroundings. You took it in, and for once in your whole entire life, you were relaxed. Something you didn't think you would feel until you're dead. I wonder how tomorrow will go, and what death himself will show me. I wonder if I'll actually live, or if I'll decide to die. Life just has to guide me. And that's the end of part 2. Thank you very much for listening to part 2, and I decided to give you 2-in-1 video because it's been 4 weeks and I barely upload ever. So enjoy this part 2 to Reaper X listener, and I will do more parts. Thank you very much. Good night, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon wherever you are, and thank you very much for watching. Mwah! Bye bye!